Okay, back I am. I'm so sorry to the people that have not been able to join the live link. It's obviously something that I have misaligned somewhere, but I'm recording, so you'll be able to do this a little bit later on. So we just got to the point where we had been practicing the Tao form, and I said to the people that were leaving after the first half, let's just do that. You'll practice that on your own. And so my intention was that I now opened this meeting up, and then we went straight in to a practice on your own. So hardly looking at me on the screen. I want you to really try to do that. Maybe we'll just run through it one more time, and then I will stop while you just have a go on your own. So the memory is an important part of our practice, and we seek to remember these sequences and to engage our brain in the movement. And in doing that, we are creating these very strong links between how our brain, I mean the link is there through the nerves and everything else, but we want to give it an extra push, and we want it to be stable. So we're thinking about our bodies and our minds being stable in this practice. So here we go with the Tao form once again. Just raising the hands as the breath comes up, let the body come up to full height. Softly turning the hands as we breathe out, and just let the breath be pushed behind you as you sink. And slowly turn your hands so the palms are facing up, and with an in-breath, bring the body to full height as you smooth that mist into a shape above the brow. Pause for a moment, and then pressing the air as if it has weight, push down, push the energy down to earth and let the knees sink. We're going to go up onto our toes, so we're turning our hands, they become wings, and the palms face down. So we just let that air come under our heels and under our hands. Change direction, the wings softly coming down, the heels softly coming down. Keep the heels on the ground, but straighten the body to full height. Now, keeping the hands in the same position, we imagine a bowl of water in front of us, and our hands just skimming across the water. Breathing out. Begin the in-breath and draw that water into the body, elbows behind you, body at full height. Change direction, breathe out softly, hold on to that energy that's in your hands, body has sunk. Lift that energy up, breathing in. Keep the shape and gently begin to dissolve the hands as they travel down the body, down, 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 down. Okay, so one more time then, you do that in your own time. Off you go. You're going to be slightly ahead of me. Try not to watch me, just try to Let your body work it out yourself. I'm just running slightly behind you. And engage with your inner self just for a moment. And rest. Okay, carry on with the Tai Chi 8. Let me just see if anyone else wants to join. No. I think that the problem was I had not put the automatic admission onto the invitation, so apologies for that. Here we go then with Tai Chi 8, which we are moving on to cloud hands, and let's see, we start with our feet together for this, and we're going to do 3 small steps around to the left and then come back and do 3 small steps around to the right. So to get into the right position, we place our hand just sort of eye level or just below, and the other hand is over the lower dantian. And as we step, so we put the weight onto the right foot, and then we step, it's quite low, and we step to the left as we turn as far as we can to the left with our waist. Change the hands, and now we step the right leg to the left, and we turn all the way to the right. Rotate the hands and crouching and stepping. So the bottom hand is brushing the air all the way. I'm exaggerating it a bit here, but you know what I mean. All the way, one way, and then all the way the other. Exchange, and we've got one more to do. I'm going to go slightly to the back. Sort of a half circle. And then when we finish that rotation, feet are together and we just allow the breath to come down. Then we're going to start from the other side, so the right hand leading, left hand coming across the body. Step. All the way to the right. Join it. All the way to the left. Exchange. Right foot leading all the way to the right. Exchange. Left leg joins all the way to the left. Got one more. All the way to the right. And all the way to the left. And then just bring that breath in to the body. So, held hands. The fifth movement, golden pheasant, stands on one leg. And if you've got your chair, you'll be able to practice standing on one leg, which also has a slight dip on it. Just remember that. If you don't want to do that, you can just put your heel to the ground, but the weight goes down on the standing leg. A little bit of extra weight as you bring your leg down to that position. Okay, so here we go. Golden pheasant stands on one leg. So the left leg comes up first, toe up, and golden pheasant standing on one leg for a moment before we release it and come back to Wuji. Start on the other side. And let's just do continuous practice of that at your own speed if you like. Just remembering to weight bear, even just for a second. You can take it much slower than me if you want to. Just let it smoothly take you on this exercise journey today. Doing a few here where, although I lift, come back down onto the heel and hold the position. Strengthening our physical self and strengthening our mental attitudes. You've seen so much. I have watched the tennis devotedly for the last few days, and to look no further for inspiration on how a mental attitude can be developed through exercise and success through achieving the physical state through our mental attitudes. Not always easy, and as we know with these very elite sports people, they also have their way to travel, as it were. It's not always smooth and easy, and it's a big ask of the self to actually accept what we find and modify to a place where we can actually still devote time to exercise, brain exercise, body exercise, spiritual exercise, and achieve through whatever our mind and body gives us that day, achieve our best performance. It's not about measuring it against anyone else. It really is much more about maybe measuring it to yourself, but also accepting what it is that your body offers you that day. And it's always different for me. You know, I can be quite good first thing in the morning, and then my energy depletes for the afternoon. So I have to deal with that as well. We're going to do a couple more things. I'm just looking at the video. Hopefully we'll be able to fit in some more stuff. Okay, so going on to the Badwajid, and we're going to do pulling the bow as if to shoot the eagle, and it's done in a wider stance generally. So if you can make that wide stance wherever that is comfortable, without putting too much strain on the hip joints. We want to be able to take a stance and then hold that stance whilst we do the whole thing. That's traditionally how it's done in this low horse stance. So we don't want to fatigue the body. I don't want to suggest that you fatigue it, but I want you to try and then come back to wherever you are comfortable today. So let's take a wider stance and just settle onto the horse. And then from this position, we begin the movement of as if to shoot the eagle. Right hand takes the string and left hand shoots the arrow. Come back. So at any time you can lift off that horse and you can go back on that horse to the level that you feel comfortable at today. You can do it all in a high stance or in the narrower stance, still valid. Just that dropping of the body onto and the weight. Feel the weight along your feet. You can wiggle your toes a bit or press them into the ground just to get that essence there. And you'll see there I just did the pulling of the bow, that last movement of the shoulders. I'll just show it to you again. So as we come into that position where the bow is outstretched, you then just arch your shoulder blades back. Just a small movement there to allow that extra dimension into your torso, to your shoulders. It's fairly subtle, and sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't, depending on how we feel. It's the same as all of the exercises fat general, life in general. We can only really do what we can do. That sounds so inane. Anyway, enough of that. Let's just smoothly run through the exercise. And if you want to, now I want you to try and do that. So just have a good shake, and then I'd like you to just try and do that much slower than you have been doing it. You have been doing it there. So just get into your stance, and when you're ready, begin a slow movement. Allowing your legs to rest when they need to, and go into a position that's right for you. Slow the motion. Slow the motion. Okay. So hopefully that was nice and slow. I'm never really aware of how fast or slow I'm going. Sometimes it's faster or slower than I imagine. Anyway, that was good. And then we're going to do crane spreads its wings. So this one is done in a more upright stance, but you can take on the wider stance if you want to. And let's just crane spreads its wings, begins with the left hand, moving up and away, spreading its wings within scope of the Badwajan. Breathing in and out gently to not cause any rush of air, just gently move. And one more time, breathing out, separate, breathing in, spread the wing, breathing out, and rest. And then we're going to do the last movement from the Badwajan, which is the toe and heel bounce. And if you can make the front, if you can make the toe tap as well as the heel lift, I'm doing it in my bare feet, which is slightly easier. Just see what you can do. And sometimes with this movement, it helps to actually move the hands. That gives you a bit more balance. So up onto the, how does it go? Toes, heels up, toes up, heels up, toes up, heels up. You do a smaller movement, but what we're getting is this nice movement within the leg there, within the foot there. And if you don't find that easy to do without holding on, then it's worth all the effort of tapping to hopefully to stimulate all of the nerves in the feet. That's what moving like this does for you, and it's like free acupressure. And if you can get down there and actually give the foot a bit of a sort of knock on the bottom of the foot, then all well and good. I can't probably do it with this one, but yeah, that kind of a thing. Maybe you can find your own way to do that. So the last little section of today, we're going to do it's really a meditation and a sort of mantra, the Chang say. So it's a physical movement, and it's also a mental movement, and then whatever that other spiritual thing means to you, draw on nature or God, whatever that means to you, just draw on it then to strengthen yourself in this last little section. So we are raising our hands up to the universe and engaging with our brain or upper dantian, and then allowing all of that energy just to drift to ground. We are opening our arms, and we are enclosing that into our heart space or middle dantian to signify all our earthly pursuits, and south, very inside, depths inside of you, you alone can reach those, and bringing that into the centre of our energy, the driving force, which is us, of course, and down to earth. So we'll just do that again. Chang say. Chang say. Chang say. And the meaning of these words is simply the expression of thinking of the universe, the earth and self, all sharing space and living together. I think literally translated, heaven, earth and self living together. And in that thought of living together, we make no judgment on how that should be, we just simply express it. And on that note, I will say goodbye and thank you all. I'm sorry there was a bit of a kerfuffle there, but I hope that you enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you.